Hey, what's up guys? Back with another Bootorial. I'm your host Craig, and today's subject is going to be so there are two reasons why your boots are going to start to feel all loose and sloppy, and that's either because your liner's started to pack out and it's not going to secure your foot as well as it once did, or you're in a boot shell that has a little bit too much extra space around your foot. And either way, we need to address it because having loose boots is really going to hinder your skiing. Now obviously long term, if your boots are too big for you, you've got to start looking at getting into a boot that fits you a bit better. But if that's not an option right now, or if it's just your liners packing out, there's a few things that we can do to address it. Now first thing we need to do, as always, is footbed. Now footbed's not going to change the volume in your boot, but what it does is stabilize and get your foot into the best position. Now especially if you have a really malleable foot, this is going to stop any excess movement which may feel like a sloppy boot. So then of course we want to check your boot shells. So we want to go through that shell fitting procedure, and if you do have a bunch of extra space in the boot shell, we want to get rid of some of that. And one of the best ways to do that is with a volume reducer. Now what this is a shim that's going to sit above your boot board underneath your liner, and what it's going to do is lift your foot up the whole way in the boot. So it's going to give you better contact throughout the whole front of the boot and lifts you higher in the heel pocket, so you'll get that better contact and grab. So to install your volume reducer, we can trace the base of the liner, and that's going to give you the right length and shape for it to be inside your boot. Trim it up. It's great because these ones are adhesive back. Install it into the base of your boot. And another thing that's quite common is you start to get a bit of looseness in the back of your boot and start to get a bit of heel lift. So to snug this up, we want to fill up some of this volume around the ankles and at the heel. And we can do that either with a C-pad, or if your boot is on the larger side of things, we can use a full ankle wrap. And the best way to get them in the right spot is to actually step into your liner and mark out exactly where your ankles are, because that helps you with the placement of where we're going to be putting these foam shims. So a bit of heat always helps activate that adhesive, and then we want to get it in. Around those ankles. Or just the good C-wrap locking around each ankle. Then we have tongue shims. Now what we're targeting here is the volume around the lower leg. Now these will keep your shins happy, as it's going to hold you back in the boot and it's going to stop you from bouncing or sliding forward in your boots. Same procedure when installing them, a little bit of heat to activate the adhesive and stick them into place. There we have tongue shim. Now if your liners are just completely packed out, the other option you have is to replace your liners with an aftermarket option. Now although it's not the cheapest, it's not the same price as buying a new boot, and if you do have a pair of boots that you love, this will keep them going. Alright guys, so I hope that helps you snug up those loose and sloppy boots and keeps you shredding. Now if you have any questions, don't hesitate to get in touch, comment section below, or info@patriotfootbeds.com. Thanks heaps for watching, stay rad, be a patriot, signing out.